All right, we're live, so you can start your speech, Jenny.
Okay, I'm gonna start my speech. Good. I would like to talk about vocational education in high school in all the nations. I would like to introduce rate of dropping high school. Um, what is what this means? Factors that influence kids to drop from high school, consequences, and how the government can help us. Good. To start, I would like to talk about the rate. According to DoSomething.org, 1.2 million students drop out high school. Many freshman students do not graduate from high school. The National Center for Education Statistics shows data about percentage about students who drop high school. In 2011, we have 7.1%. In 2012, 6.6. Those were decreasing. In 2013, we have 2.8%. We have an increase of dropping from high school. So those data shows that we need to do something, and the government needs to do something. And the best is to invest in vocational education in high school in all that nation. What are educational? These are vocational. These are vocational education. These are technical educations, rich in knowledge and skills. Okay, and secondary vocational courses are classified in three types. We have consumer and homemaking education. Then in a labor, market preparation. A specific labor work preparation, um, such as tech field, to prepare to join in a specific field in the future. In these types of vocational education, we have agriculture, we have business and office, marketing and distribution, health, we have occupational home economics, trade and industry. In trade and industry, we have construction and machine repair. The last one is technical and communication. Technical and communication. Okay, now let's move to factors that influence our kids in high school to drop out. Some of them probably because of absentees, others because of low performance in achieving in high school. This put them in risk to drop high school. Other factors could be low parents' education. Probably they do 17, 18, and they working, and they cannot balance their time between education, high school, and their work. The others could be family responsibilities, and also could be that they are attending in a high school that has a low score in performance. Great. Um, these factors has consequences. Our kids who drop out high school, they end up with low skills in education, that consequently uh, found themselves without capable to find an adequate job, and they will end it receiving assistance from the government, unemployed. Unemployed. Well, let me share a story about a mother and a friend. A mother has a son who decided to not attend high school no more. He ended enrolling in a technical educational program for 2 years while he's going to receive this vocational education. He found himself not motivated in high school. There were no purpose to attending 7 hours a day. A friend, I found a friend one day and I asked what she's doing, and she told me that she's attending a GED program to obtain her diploma. She found herself the experience in high school was not for her. There was not purpose to attend it for a couple of years more. and she would like to have a GED diploma soon. Well, this make us think that we need to do something. Our government needs to invest in our education. If kids and an employee are receiving government assistance, the government needs to invest and put money on those assistance. Instead of putting the money in those assistance, the government needs to invest in the education of our young people in high school. This will lead us to them in the high school with a diploma or some kind of credits and degrees. The kids will graduate with high education. They're going to have more opportunities to find jobs. The rate of unemployment will reduce, and those will graduate and will continue their education into high institutions. They will work, they will be lawyers, they will be doctors, politicians. They will contribute with the economy to this country with their work and their taxes. We need to invest in our kids in high school. How we can get involved? We can get involved talking to our representative in the community, and we can get involved in volunteering in a community in a high school. Dan, I'm trying to remember my paper. I'm trying to remember I'm done. Okay. I'm done. What are your feedbacks, guys?
Good, Jenny. Yeah.
So
I did a little change. I changed the rate. I make it dramatic. I think I'm gonna change that. I changed the rate. The rate of the copy high school. We need to do something. Okay.
So I thought that was a lot better this time.
Yes.
You're still a little bit under. You're about 6.5 minutes that time.
Okay, time.
Just keep working on that. That's the main thing that I noticed. Mainly timing, and then I'd also say make sure that you're not using filler words.
Can you repeat? Can you repeat?
Make sure you're not using filler words like or
It's because I was thinking, Clayton. I forgot my notes. And I was thinking,
No, you just gotta think the
I
and
got it
the
now.
That's the hardest part, I think,
Okay.
is the filler words. That's one thing that I have a tough time with.
You call field words? That's how you call those
Yeah,
words?
filler words. It's like you're just using it to fill time, you know?
To make time. You know something? I'm gonna think about a joke, so I can say, I got an idea. I'm gonna start thinking about words when when I don't know what to say. I say, I got an idea. Okay, what else, Clayton?
Those are the main things that I noticed that time. Those are the main things I would say to work on.
Okay, I'm still need to use my transition words, Maria. Gonna put it here. Got it stuck there. Yes, Maria, your consoles, your feedback, great for me.
Yeah, I think you're doing better, and you are under time, a little bit under time, and
Time.
the same thing. We need a practice.
No, that's good, Maria. That's good. I'm gonna try to talk about transition words and some phrases I can I can get in it to make time.
Yes.
Something else?
No, no, Jenny.
Okay, whose turn now?
So I think it's my turn.
Okay, good.
All right. When I was 14 years old, I had my first job. It was a company called Ecology Youth Corps. They only hired ages 14 through 18. We specialized in going about and picking up trash on the side of the road. I remember being very amazed at just how much trash we and just our small community were throwing out. Every day from about 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., we would be hard at it, picking up the litter that had been thrown out. Today, I'd like to speak to you about littering and recycling. I'll cover what it is, why littering is bad and why recycling is good, and I will discuss some of the environmental harms of littering and the environmental helps of recycling. I will help you to know what you can do to help in this cause. The definition of litter, according to conserveenergyfuture.com, is nothing but a piece of waste or rubbish that has been disposed of improperly, without consent and at wrong location. Littering simply means throwing away objects on the ground or leaving them lying on the ground instead of disposing them at a garbage can, recycling bin, or trash container. The waste that originates from houses, industries, or factories should be placed either in recycling bins or waste to energy plants or at a site meant for disposing garbage. Litter can originate from construction and demolition sites, households, industries, uncovered trucks, pedestrians, and moving vehicles. Apart from that, unavailability of garbage bins and being too lazy to walk to trash containers are other reasons for littering. Uncovered trucks, pedestrians, and moving vehicles are some others. So there you have it. Littering is the improper disposal of trash. I remember that my supervisor would tell us, litter is trash out of place. And so it raises the question that if trash isn't supposed to be on the side of the road, then where is it supposed to be? For most of my life, I lived out of town. Living out of town meant that there was no one to take your garbage away. You were responsible for it for yourself. And so this is what we did. When we had our garbage cans inside fill up, we had larger ones outside that we would empty it into. As the large trash cans would fill up, and it usually took about a month, we would make what we called a dump run. In every community, there is what we call a dump, or better known as a sanitary landfill. Now you might be wondering what exactly happens at a landfill. Elder Shane M. Bowen, a member of the Quorum of the 70 of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, said this: "A sanitary landfill is where garbage is buried between layers of earth. Webster's Dictionary defines a landfill as a system of trash and garbage disposal in which the waste is buried between layers of earth to build up low-lying land. Another definition of a landfill is a place where garbage is buried and the land is reclaimed. The definition of reclaim is to recall from wrong or improper conduct, to rescue from an undesirable state." Clearly, landfills are important, and they almost literally rescue us from an undesirable state. Now, you at times may think that littering isn't harmful, but it really is. And these are some of the things that littering does to harm our environment. First of all, littering can take place on the land or in the water. When thrown into the water, it can harm marine life. When you think about the many beautiful animals on this earth, and some are, and I quote, cute, do you really want to hurt them? Birds can swallow things such as cigarettes or other small pieces of litter and choke on them. So can other animals. And oftentimes animals will get caught in items such as plastic bags or even rings from soda pack, and it chokes them to death. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, litter isn't just unsightly, it can cause vehicle accidents and injuries, smother plants, start fires, and harm or kill animals. It also attracts rats and harmful bacteria. I don't know for you, but for me, I was surprised at just how many accidents are caused by littering. I thought it was crazy that littering can cause accidents. But as you think about it, if you're driving down the highway at 60 plus miles an hour and you have to veer into another lane to avoid a large piece of litter, it could cause an accident. It could cause you to run into somebody, or it could cause you to run off the road. And so my invitation to you is to not litter, to help others to not litter also. Will you do that? I know as you and I go about trying to help others stop littering, we can help make the environment a healthier and safer place. Now earlier I mentioned recycling. What is recycling? First of all, I'd like to point out that recycle is a verb. In other words, it is an action. It's something you have to do. Dictionary.com says the definition is this: to treat or process used or waste materials so as to make suitable for reuse. When you have something that you're done with, but it is still in good condition, you don't just throw it away. You usually try to give it to someone, or you try to sell it. I remember once when I got a new camera, I still had an old one, but I wasn't going to throw it away. We had a yard sale, and I sold it. It is the same with trash. There are many things that we can reuse trash for. You've heard the phrase, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's exactly what is done. When you send an aluminum can to be recycled, it gets melted down and made into something else aluminum, such as another can. So rather than making more and more cans, we can reuse the ones we already use. And that would create more things to use. Just like if you're drinking water out of a cup all day, you don't get another cup after each use. That would create more dishes, and no one likes to do the dishes, right? So you would use the same cup all day. It's the same with the trash we recycle. We could use it over and over. We can recycle it many, many times. According to Melissa Denchak of the Natural Resources Defense Council, in 1980, recycling and composting kept 14.5 million tons of trash from landfills and incinerators in the United States. By 2013, that number had reached 7.2 million tons. So as people have learned more about recycling and have done it more, it's kept more and more trash out of landfills. And so here's my second invitation for you. Along with not littering, we begin to recycle more. I know that as we work together to recycle the items that we want to do, we help to keep more trash out of landfills. I hope you find this encouraging, and I hope that you remember that trash, litter is trash out of place. It belongs in the landfill, and we need to reduce the amount of trash and we can recycle. Thank you. That's it.
Oh, Brother Clayton. Very good. I'm gonna repeat this almost the same thing that I already say it. You say that to me. Read your notes once in a while. And paraphrasing, brother. Paraphrase. We use a lot of the content, and that's true. We need those content, those resources, but we need to paraphrase and use small quotes. That one, that's and so far you're doing good, brother. It's very informative, and I like that. Can you? I think you already said. I think you already mentioned. Yes, you mentioned, but be more more specific no more specific, be more dramatic. Why we need not to litter? More dramatic.
Okay.
Start with the problem. You did good. You did a good an introduction of what you're gonna talk, and that's great. You did an introduction after your story, after your experience. But after you introduce it, also start with the problem. What is the problem? And from there, because you need to persuade it to find a solution. Because a persuasive speech is there is a problem, and we need to find a solution, and I'm gonna persuade you to follow me because this is the best solution according to me, according to all the information that I have.
Right. Okay.
That's good.
That. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I have a question. This video is for the. We can record our own speech right now, or it's just in the video, the whole video.
Yeah, this video is just to say that we met with our group and to receive feedback from our group. And so you'll have
Okay,
to go
so
and record your own video.
okay, gotcha. Okay, let's start.
Well,
Jenny,
one second.
yes.
If you wanna record your speech, I'm gonna Clayton and me. We're gonna put the microphone mute. When you can copy this video on your YouTube, and you can just break our pieces and just take your own talk.
No, I think I'm gonna record there later because I don't know if I need to make a lot of change in the speech, so I'm gonna say the same like I did before, but I think I need to make some change.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
so
that's much better. No, but in case you don't have more options,
yes, okay,
Okay, I'm gonna put my.
okay, okay. The type, variety, and quality of food that humans have been ingested for their subsistence through the time has changed with each generation. But the political, social, and economic change are the factors that most modify our eating habits. Those changes are dramatically affecting our physical, mental, economical, and spiritual health. However, I believe it is never too late to change our eating habits and reverse the damage we have done to our bodies as much as we can. Society around the world supports long days of work, followed by multiple activities with family and friends. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention statistics of 2012, USA has become an overweight society with two-thirds of American women overweight or obese compared with the 75% of men. They manifest that this is the consequence of the volume of food that people eat and the lack of exercise. It is evident that our busy life prevents us from following an ideal schedule to eat and time to exercising. Thus we tend to consume fast food, always overloaded with sugar and carbohydrates. This practice damages our health gradually, but also the no-food intake can lead us to develop diseases such as hypertension, overweight, and unhealthy fats in the blood, among others. A Harvard study showed that eating breakfast was associated with the lower risk of coronary heart disease. Our soil is a worm that is no longer can produce nutritious fruit. Also, the weather, environment, and the proliferation of insects, among other factors, cause the suppliers to create food genetically modified. They also add an ingredients to make food more appealing to the and taste of the consumers. Therefore, it is necessary for us to take additional supplements to give the optimal balance to our body. This influence damages our bodies severely. and guide us to develop different types of diseases. So we have to deal with one more problem, that is the high expenses related to the medical treatments. Both cause us too much stress, making us lose our peace in mind, trying to solve all the problems that began with something as basic to the human being like our eating habits. Paul Stone, founder of Arizona Integrative Medical Center, said, "Eating to prevent diseases and slow aging is an excellent way to think about food. Food gives us life, and something that important should be given much thought and consideration." Close quote. I have witnessed many people evade their responsibility and blame God for healthy problems. They think that God forgot them and isolate from others, doing them more harm. I am struggling to correct my habits, combat overweight, and trying to live a healthier life with with recipes of other people. But I discovered that not everything is for everyone. I realized that diets don't have the same effect on different people. I know we can make an effort to organize our lives, doing simple changes that allow us to correct our eating habits. Eating healthy can become a healthy habit. It also can fit into our busy lifestyle. So I would like to give some suggestions that work well for many people. My first recommendation is to talk with a health professional before make change. Never eat something by recommendation of someone who is not an expert in the field. Learn to listen to your body. Your body always manifests itself when something is not appropriate. For example, bread are no longer part of my diet because I have trouble to digest it. Never skip the breakfast. It is scientifically proven that breakfast tend to eat more when they have the opportunity. Also, the acid solid in the stomach 2 hours after getting up damage the intestinal wall and the esophagus. If you are running late, leave any fruit or some grain as the nut to fill the void in your stomach. Use the food guide as a basic for design your daily diet. Learn to use your hands to measure the right portions for you. Doing it is easy. For example, use your two open hands. Okay. Use your two open hands to measure you the quantity of vegetables you should eat. Use the front of your fist to calculate how many carbohydrates you should serve. You use your open palm, not counting the fingers, to know which is the perfect piece of meat and proteins alternatives. The amount of fruit should be the size of your fist. And your serving of fats like butter, for example, should not be bigger than the tip of your finger, your index finger. Keep nutritious food around the house for easy snacks such pre-cut vegetables or easy to grab fruits like banana, apples, or orange. Cook healthy meals at one time and freeze portions to heat up with quickly through the week. Crop meal, crop walk meals are easy to set up before work and can deliver dishes like vegetable chili, healthy stews, and robust soups by the time the workday is through. I believe with a little practice we can overcome our purpose of eating on time and healthy. I understand that change are hard and we cannot change the world, but we can change our own life because everyone deserves life, healthy life. Done.
Kenny, you're muted.
I can hear you, Jenny.
Maria, now I could hear you much better. In the first presentation, I couldn't hear you. I couldn't understand. But now, very good. I like your topic. Very nice, very informative, great. You know something? I didn't eat breakfast. As I pray, I do something with God, and then I start doing my notes. I forgot eating. Now I'm kind of dizzy. For me, it's 1 o'clock. I wake up late. I don't know. It's too much. I'm kind of dizzy. Okay. I like it. What's much? You keep practicing more, more.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, good. Same thing. We need to read our notes once in a while.
Okay.
You point out the importance. I think we need to be more dramatic of the importance. You know, if you don't eat,
Okay.
you keep, you're gonna start feeling dizzy like me. We need to be more dramatic.
Okay.
Oh, one thing about your picture.
Yes.
I don't know if you can obtain two of those pictures and
Uh-huh.
you can paste it. You can paste it for you to see it and for showing it the audience. And every time you move in your pictures, you know where your picture is because you
Yes.
can see it. That can help you.
Okay.
If you're
Okay.
gonna do that, that can help you.
The picture looks better, right? It looks very good, the picture.
Yeah, what's better?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
better?
Okay.
It's just to follow the sequence.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you need to
Okay,
do
Clayton.
something. I think it's
What do you
fine.
say?
Yeah, I thought that was a lot better that time as well. I really
Yeah.
appreciate the picture as well. I thought that was really cool because I didn't know all of that. And I forgot to eat breakfast too, so this is a reminder. Um,
Yeah.
So you said that.
I think um, I think pretty much Jenny's said everything that I thought of as well. And you still did good on time. Um, you were like 6:50 that time, so
Okay.
that's really good. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I think that just making sure that you, I think it only happened once where you kind of like paused, but just make sure that it's kind of flowing the whole time. Other than that, I thought it was.
Okay.
Oh, I think you didn't. I think you're missing the introduction of your topic. That can help you too.
Okay. Let me work on that because I don't have nothing ready.
Don't forget the Monroe. Check up the Monroe sequences.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we need to write those. But you did much better. You see, was good
Okay.
practice before recorded this video. Was good.
Yes, yes, I was running and
It was good. Was good. That's why I
yeah,
say, okay, already, just show up. We're gonna do it because that's the purpose of this meeting. You know, to help us
yes,
each other and
yes,
practice.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What can we do with Rebecca here?
We need to ask him for her video and give some feeds, right?
Good.
What do you think? Okay.
Yeah, I think and we can give some feedback if that can help. And I don't know if you
Okay.
share your video, you can share also. So
Okay.
if we can send a message, that's great. Okay, so
Okay.
far I think we did okay.
Right.
Okay.
I have to get going, so
Oh,
I'll,
2 hours. We took 2 hours, Clayton.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think me
Thank
too.
you so much for your help.